Hey beautiful people, today we are going to be testing out some Judy doll. They were super sweet and sent a package my way, so we're going to do a get ready with me first impression on the items I have. So I have foundation and concealer on. I haven't set my face, so I thought we could use their powder. This is the Judy doll dual color setting powder, and their products are very affordable. It's cbeauty, like Chinese beauty, and I know a lot of products come from China, but this is like their official like products that you find that people use over there, not just like the stuff that they ship over. So I thought that was really cool, and just like K-beauty, I feel like this is starting to become popular. So it comes with a little sponge like that, and it's two colors in here. I will say that the range, like the shade range, needs to expand a little bit, because like most Asian brands, the shade range is very light, and I know that that goes to cater to their demographic, but especially if they want to expand over here, I feel like the powders, the foundations, concealers, etc. would have to expand. So this actually has a mirror. I didn't realize it, and I poured some in there, but we're just going to go in. And I can already tell that I'm gonna have to be very light-handed with this because it's such a very light shade. And this one's supposed to be like a light beige and like a pinky tone, and it has a cute little flower there as the sifter. But it's really nice and mattifying on the skin. I'm not sure if this would be really good for my skin type because I do have more dry skin, so I do see it accentuating a little bit of my texture. So this is something that I would probably use more like on my T-zone area, my nose, which always kind of like tends to get like patchy and like rubs off. But if you're looking for a mattifying powder, this is very mattifying, as you can see. Next, we're gonna go in with the Judy doll, and this is called their Glow Blush Balm. That's what it looks like. And it has a little sponge in here. I don't think I would use this, but the shade is number 4, which is, a neutral peach shade. Let's go ahead and apply this and see how this applies. I need to get a synthetic brush because this is cream. I need to get a new synthetic brush because a lot of mine are just becoming really ratchet. So let's go ahead and apply this. Oh, that's pigmented. I was thinking that it wasn't going to be as pigmented because of, you know, a lot of times I feel like they have more natural light tones. So I went a little bit, and I'm applying this on top of powder. We'll see how it goes on because a lot of times I apply cream products before my powder, but I feel like it's still going on very beautifully. It's not patchy, very gorgeous shade. Still looks very natural. Both, like one dip into here was able to do both cheeks. Very beautiful, like natural looking shade. It does have like a balmy texture to it, and it does give like a glow to the cheeks. So I feel like you can definitely see that. And I need to stop going over it because the more, like sometimes you can over blend stuff, and I feel like I'm doing that. So I feel like that is good. Really beautiful. And I guess you could use this if you wanted to. Yeah, this is not my cup of tea, the little sponge, but I prefer brushes. But a really cute little packaging, and they do have various shades available. She's cute. I feel like I over blended on this side. It does feel sticky, so if you don't like that, you could just take a little bit of whatever's left on your powder brush and just kind of set it into place. Let me know. No, I over blended that for sure. Okay, I really over blended that way too much. And I feel like this balm would go better underneath powder than on top. But I'm just gonna go in one more time and apply and not over blend. Okay, that looks way better. So you don't want to over blend with these, because if not, you're going to take off the product. Next, we're going to go in with their little eyeshadow palette. This looks super cute, especially if you're into very simple looks. If you don't, you know, do too much. I feel like as I've gotten older, I do less and less with my eyeshadow looks. But we have 3 shimmers and 3 mattes, and these larger ones I feel like you can even probably use for your face as well. And this is called the Elaborate 6-color eyeshadow palette. And basically, oh, it is blush. These 2 are blush here, so I'll use that to go on top of this. But we have just like a all over crease color, a shimmer, a main lid color, and then they call this shimmering. So I guess you have 2 shimmers, an all over color, and then a crease color. And then these are actually blushes. So I'm gonna go in with the 2 blushes. If you know me, I don't really care for having blush in a eyeshadow palette, even though this is kind of cute because it's so compact and tiny that you could actually kind of use this for traveling. But to be honest, I don't really care for having both in one. Like, I like my blushes separate and my eyeshadows separate. But everyone has their own preferences, so to each their own. So I'm just applying this on top. I don't really feel like you can see much for this blush. This is like pale on pale for me. It's way too pale for my skin tone, so that doesn't even show up. It just kind of like set the blush in place, but didn't really add any color to it. So let's go ahead and use a crease brush, and I'm gonna go in with that mid-tone matte brown. It's almost like a satin color. It seems very blendable and soft. And it's funny because the powder had a mirror, but this does not. Okay. That is really beautiful. It blends like a dream. That satin shade. This is perfect for someone who is new to makeup, or if you're just kind of like someone who does their makeup in a hurry and you just want to go out the door. This seems like perfect for that. And then next, I think I'm going to take that mid-tone shade that they say is for all over the lid, and I'm just going to use my finger. And that's just a very simple everyday look. Kind of reminds me of Ariana Grande. I feel like she does this where she only has like a light shimmer shade and then she adds a little bit of brown to the crease, and that's it. And it always makes her eyes look super huge. So really, really pretty. And then the other 2 shades that we have are, oh, these are kind of like toppers. One's like a gold and one's a silver. So I would guess like if you want it to be a little bit more sparkly. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the gold looking one and apply that on top and see what it looks like. Let me get a small mirror because my other mirror is a little farther away from me. Oh, that's pretty. It's like a really gorgeous topper to add like a gorgeous shimmer on top. Oh, that's, I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's very, very beautiful. And you know what? I'm going to take the silver and concentrate it on a little brush and see if I can put that in my inner corner, just so that we use everything. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Those little sparkles on top are very, very pretty, especially if you like a good shimmer. So very simple eye look, very beautiful. I love the shimmer of it all. The blushes in here don't really flatter my skin tone. I would need something a little bit with more punch to it. Next, we are going to use the Judy Doll Slim Liquid Eyeliner in black. And this is what the packaging looks like. It kind of threw me off because it's dark brown, but let's see what, oh, this is nice. Look how tiny that is. Do you see how thin and tiny? And they're actually bristles. If you've been watching me a hot minute, you know I love bristles over, sorry, over felt tip. So this is a win for me. Let's go ahead and try this out and see. It is black, so the packaging is a little deceiving, but it is black and it's nicely pigmented. And this type of brush is perfect if you have smaller eyes because you can really control it and not end up like Amy Winehouse with like a super large wing. So that's really nice, and it looks like it's drying down matte, but I love how tiny this is. And I wish more brands had this type of bristle because I feel like especially if you have smaller eyes, it's super hard to find. Next, we're going to try out their mascara. This is called their Curling Iron Mascara in the shade black. And let's see what this looks like. This is supposed to be, oh, that is weird. It is literally, there's no bristles. It's just, ooh, that is, I don't, let's see. This is supposedly one of their popular items. We shall see. I'm going to, this feels weird because I'm so used to having some sort of bristle go in there. And this is just like a metal rod. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this. This is, it feels weird. I don't really like this. I don't feel like I can see like lengthening. It just isn't doing much for my lashes. I don't know. Let's try on the lower lashes. It looks okay on the lower lashes, but to be honest, this just does not seem like my cup of tea. I wish there was something to like extend them, and I really tried, but this is just, I don't know. Let me know, but I don't feel like they look nice. Last, we're gonna try some of their lip products. First, we're gonna try this one. This is called, what are you called? The Matte Lip Cream in shade N19. And this has like a little sponge on the top. Let's see if the color comes out. Okay, the color is starting to come out. And this is a little on the drier side. It's kind of like that moussey formula. I feel like it looks nice. It's a little on the dry side, and it has like a weird smell to it. Yeah, I don't really care for the smell of it. I do feel like it looks pretty. And then let's go ahead and top that off with number 4. This is the Judy Doll. I want to say this is like their lip gloss. This is called their Judy Doll Watery Lip Gloss. I really like the packaging on here. It's like a silver packaging. Oh, and then it's like a metal tip. So I don't think that this color goes with this one, but we're just gonna wing it. It's really cooling. It's weird. It feels a little weird. So that's really nice and hydrating, really pretty. Okay, here are my final thoughts. I went ahead and switched up my makeup. I had a few things that I had to go do. Overall, I have to say the eyeshadow palette is nice. I don't really care for the blushes in here. They don't have a lot of pigmentation, but the two toppers are beautiful. So this is nice if you're into simple makeup. Even if you were maybe a light skin tone to a pale skin tone, these blushes would probably work for you. So this would be like a good on-the-go type of palette. I will say I had to put on a crop ton setting spray. So I feel like this powder is something that I'm going to gift forward because this is definitely for more oily skin, not good for my dry skin. It really accentuates the texture. It's very, very, very mattifying. So sadly, this is just not meant for such dry skin. Basically, I don't know if they have a glowy powder, but I would definitely go for a more glowy one. This just did not work for me, the mascara. I prefer something with bristles. I actually put on some lashes right now, but this just did not do much for my eyes whatsoever. And I had high hopes because this was on their bestseller list, but I don't know if it's for like certain type of lashes, but this just did not really like comb through and like really extend them. Maybe there's like a trick to using it, but sadly did not work for me. I do really love the blush. I love how glowy it looks on the skin. I even put a little bit of highlighter on top and it looks very, very beautiful. Very creamy. You don't want to overly blend, and that happens a lot with like more cream blushes. You can't overly blend because then it'll get patchy and then kind of like come off. But if you just apply a little bit, you're good to go. I feel like it's very, very beautiful. I like the color. The eyeliner is beautiful. Love how thin and tiny this is. Wonderful if you want precision or if you have small eyes like me and you don't want something that's so thick. And then with the lip products, I have to say, sadly, this one has a really bad smell. I'm very particular when it comes to smells as far as like if something smells bad. And this, I don't know, it looks beautiful on the lips. I love the little matte look that it gives to it, but it's kind of, I don't know. And it has the expiration date on here. It says 2028. So it's not expired, but I don't know if I just got one that was like a bad batch or what, but the smell is really there. I let my mom smell it as well and she had the same reaction, so not sure what's up with that. Then last we have, this one is called the Judy Doll Watery Lip Gloss. I love the way this looks. Even when it dries down, look at the way it dries down. Like it has like a shimmer to it. It even stains the lips. I feel like this is absolutely beautiful. It has a floral type of smell to it, but I like the way this applies. I like the stain that it gives to my lips. Very, very beautiful. I even like the applicator is really cool. So very, very beautiful. I love this plum color. Overall, I have to say some of these were wins for me, and then other ones sadly just did not work out for my skin type, or like I couldn't really like figure out how to use this mascara, for example. Let me know your thoughts down below. Have you guys heard of Judy Doll? What are your thoughts? I'd love to hear from you down below, and I will link them down below and also write all the products down below so you guys know what was what and what shade. But I'd love to hear from you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. If you're not subscribed, hit the little red button, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.